Hello! We are from England!
What's we doing?
Well, they're from another country.
I know he speaks with that weird accent, but I think they speak English.
Oh, do I just have to do a fake one like Billy does?
Yeah, we can put the fake accent like Billy.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright. Hi, I'm Jamie.
And I'm Tom. No, it's too weird.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
What is?
The accent.
Oh, the accent. Oh, yeah. We'll just talk how we normally talk and hopefully you can understand us. Right, so we wanted to give you a quick introduction to who we are and why we're doing this video, and hopefully you're going to learn a little bit more about Billy. And we'll start with his name because we're going to refer to him as Billy throughout the entire film. None of you, we know this, call him Billy, but to us that's all he will ever be. There are going to be a number of names in this video that we're going to talk about. So we mentioned Tom.
I'm Tom, Jaxie, Jax,
Jamie, Jim, Jay,
Jimbo.
There's also Mundy, Stuart, Stu, and Steve. Steve. And we just wanted to really tell you a little bit more about Billy and where he's from, because we appreciate that though you might know he's from the UK, even though he puts that accent on now, he is from Didcot, a tiny small town near Oxford, and that's where he grew up with us. And there's a number of significant places in his life that we wanted to show you and remind him of sort of where he's from and some of the stories that we, I guess are proud of.
Yeah.
We remember the most, our funniest, and we just want to thank Gemma for obviously asking us to do this because we think it's a really cool opportunity.
And you should probably...
Oh yeah, sorry, my outfit. Yeah, so because we can't be there to celebrate with you. I'm wearing my traditional wedding outfit. So my dad's Scottish, and I pretend to be Scottish, like Billy pretends to have that accent. So I'm wearing my kilt, so you can see that I'm wearing my full-blown kind of shebang, and hopefully think that I look really smart. So we thought we would just dress up for the occasion, just to kind of celebrate with you all today, and sort of like do our little bit to show how much we wanted to be there. So we hope you enjoy the video, and if there's any questions, ask Billy. Alright, this is our friend Dan's house. It's massive. So her dad's an architect and he built it from scratch. And basically we used to come here pretty much every weekend because her parents would go away and they'd say, yeah, you can come round. And a load of 18, 19, 20-year-olds would just come to this house and just do what 18, 19 and 20-year-olds do. A house that is massive and there are no rules, regulations, anything.
I've seen Billy naked numerous times in this house.
Yeah, we went on the roof as well because you used to be able to get out the window. So the house wasn't big enough, so we just came out on the roof. Out the back is this like massive garden. We used to steal the lawnmower and mow the lawns. I've got photos of Billy on the lawnmower.
As a side note, I'm pretty sure Richard Harrington,
who lives in the house,
wants Billy, Mike, whatever you want to call him, to be his
son-in-law. Definitely.
100%. He's really gutted that he's marrying Gemma because he desperately wants Bill to be his son-in-law.
Yeah. There's also a cat in that house named after. It's called Mikey. Not a joke. There's a cat there.
And we've just heard that apparently there's a picture of Bill on the wall as well. So we're going to go and check.
We're going to go and get the photo. Apparently it's in the utility. So we're going to go and see that.
It's true love. They love him.
Let's go and take a closer look, like MTV Cribs.
It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, but it's made of all the things I have to take. Secrets are never land, it works its way inside.
Alright, we're at another one of Billy's old haunts. This is the Upton cider farm. Upton is a little village just down the road. You can hear the cars going behind us, just down from where we showed you where Dan's house was. This used to sell homemade cider, and there used to be an old man that sat in one of those chairs or behind the counter, and he did it all day, every day, particularly in the summer, obviously. It's been shut for years now. He was so belligerent and so grumpy and so old.
And he hated his dog.
He hated his dog. The dog used to sit outside with him and just look unhappy. Every time we come here, we're like, God, that dog looks unhappy. And he basically sold this cider, the orchards behind it, and you basically get it in milk jugs, so 2 or 4 litres. It was rank, and we used to buy it because it was quite cheap and it was quite strong. One time we bought Billy's little brother here, Ashley, and he was probably 14 or 15 at the time, and he tried some of the cider and it was the sweet one, and Ashley sort of turned around and went, oh, that's the driest thing I've ever tried. The old man was literally belligerent and grumpy, went, wait till you try the dry. And we just dying with laughter. And we used to, like I said, we used to come here in the summer particularly. It was the same response all the time, never a smile, dog looking miserable. But the cider, we came back, and it's like one thing that we really remember, coming particularly with Billy and just buying this awful cider.
And bonus for Ashley, he didn't care how old you were.
No, he didn't. Didn't ask for ID.
Come on, kids.
That's probably the other reason why we came here, because he didn't care. We're probably in one of the most famous locations in Didcot, which is the Sheds. So this is our friend Steve's parents' house that we've come to. Looks a little bit different from when we used to come here when we were sort of 18, 19, that kind of thing.
There used to be a sofa at the back, which was straight out of the 70s show.
It was Steve's parents' old sofa, literally, from when we think they got married in the 1970s or 80s, and they just bunged it in the back. There was a three-piece here, the flowers all over it, and then when we got the camera, there was a big old CRT television, and we used to come in and watch hours upon hours of Sharp, which is a British drama series, what would you call it, a costume drama, about a soldier in the Napoleonic Wars, and Steve just couldn't get enough of it. There's about 10 episodes total, they're all 2 hours long, and he used to watch them on a loop. So we'd come in here till literally the early hours of the morning and just watch Sharp. We wanted to talk about Billy's party lifestyle, about...
in the Shed, a big aspect of being here was drinking.
Yeah.
If you came to the Shed and you watched Sharp, you were always on the booze.
Yeah, that was it. And there was a summer before, so when we were at university, and Steve and I and Jax and Billy would come in here so much. Steve's mum actually told us we weren't allowed in it until we cleaned up all the empty bottles, and it was shameful, really shameful. But Billy's party lifestyle, we've got a few stories. Do you want to start?
Billy stole a small teddy of a little man from a little boy at a theme park, I think is the story. I don't really know where he came from. But either way, he had this little disgusting teddy that he would drop and kick around. It was called Kevin Meredith. This little scabby little man, and he was disgusting. And he'd fall in puddles, and it was just gross, and he was mouldy. And Billy used to dip his head into pints and then drink from the little scabby, dirty, disgusting teddy.
What? I don't know why.
For years.
It wasn't. No one ever explained it. He just started doing it. And
no one encouraged him.
Oh, okay, Billy, that's fine. We're thinking about those pints that Billy drank. You think, as an average teenager in the UK, it was a lager. We're going to have Foster's, we're going to have Carlin, we're going to have Carlsberg. Not Billy. No, Billy wanted to be different. Billy wanted to be awkward when you wanted a round. So particularly when you were like maybe on a bit of a budget and you didn't have much money and you wanted the cheaper ones. So it'd be like, well, Jaxie's,
I'll have a Foster's.
Yeah,
£2.30 a pint.
Yeah. Monday, we talked about Monday. We mentioned him earlier on. Monday, he'll have Foster's. Steve, Stella, Billy. I'll have a Guinness.
Pint of Guinness, pint of Baxter.
It's
the
like,
most expensive thing you've got, please.
But what 18-year-old drinks Guinness? That was our thing. It was like just awkward man. As you saw earlier on at the start, I'm dressed in my finery of my Scottish attire. My dad is Scottish, is big. It's a bit Scottish. Big whiskey drinker, huge whiskey drinker. So another thing similar to the Guinness, Billy pretended that he used to like whiskey. He used to have a little hip flask which would have Jack Daniels in it, not whiskey. But he used to pretend he was a big whiskey drinker. My dad's got a bit of a collection. So when Billy came round one time, and I think this was probably before I got married, my dad put on a bit of a smorgasbord of whiskey tasting for Billy.
All the really posh little ones.
Yeah, like we're talking proper Scotch single malt, nice whiskies. And similar to Ashley at the cider farm, which if you've seen that story, or we're going to see it in a bit, it will make a bit more sense. But he tried this whiskey, and then Billy just went. And my dad was like, "Oh, that's a peaty one, isn't it? Peaty, isn't it?
Yeah, peaty.
Peaty." Billy just sat there with this little whiskey, going, "Yeah." But as we've kind of mentioned, Billy liked to present himself as a bit of a party boy, bit of a out and about, always on, going drinking.
Michael Woodruff has never ingested or smoked marijuana.
Never.
If he had, we would have some amazing stories to tell.
That's some brilliant stories.
But he
brilliant
hasn't.
Stories. But
so we don't.
Like I said, he's a bit boring. And even if we were at Reading Festival where someone baked something,
did you want a brownie?
I do like brownies. So much so that I think Billy might have liked brownies, that he liked them so much that he couldn't even find his way into his tent. After being put in front of his tent, he might have done that.
Bill, go to bed. Get in your tent. I'm in my tent. You're not in your...
So while we're in the shed and we've talked about Billy being a bit of a, you know, party boy, at least in his eyes, yeah,
rock and roll
party boy Billy. We did used to go to Reading, so Jax and Billy went to one of the biggest music festivals in the UK, which is Reading Festival. It's only just down the road from where we live.
We did it, 4 years in a row?
4 years in a row. Billy went to 3 of them. But it was the first time sort of we'd went, and just the 3 of us went. And just talking about like how amazing an experience. It's a little bit serious and a little bit sentimental rather than taking the mick out of him. But I know that for us two, and I'm sure Billy, that idea of the 3 of us going to Reading for the first time was such a big deal, and seeing the Foo Fighters and seeing the Killers. Who else there? Iron Maiden were there, Marilyn Manson were there that year. And we always sort of quoted that Reading was easily the best one.
2005.
2005. And we camped with these. I had an alright tent. He had one from his mum's childcare business.
Yeah, like a toy shop.
So it was like a little pop-up thing. And Billy had this ludicrous orange tent.
We used to call it the radioactive tent because it was bright orange.
And we found this little spot, and it was right by a container, which was really random. This huge container, and then people were like going to the toilet behind the container. We're like, oh, we picked a good spot. And our lasting memory of Reading, apart from all the bands and you know maybe other things that Billy did or didn't do at Reading, was about Carling and buying like crates and crates and crates of Carling from Sainsbury's and just drinking this tent warm, quite awful British lager, just cans and cans and cans and cans of it. But it is something that I know that Billy and certainly all of us that went to Reading, it was a significant part of our, I wouldn't say childhood.
One thing that's just sprung to mind is that once Bill had drunk so much he'd passed out and he'd left his foot in the fire, the campfire, and his shoe started melting. We had to move it for him.
All right. We're outside somewhere that Billy recognises. This is Billy's family home in Didcot. We've got some really quite nice memories of like being here with Bill, because obviously with his it's quite blustery, isn't it? Of his mum and dad, obviously Debbie and Roy. There's a couple, like from me, there's one that's a resoundingly like an amazing memory of Roy. Big Roy, we used to call him. Big Roy would wear short shorts
constantly.
I'm hoping he can see this, or
I'm hoping he's wearing short shorts today.
We hope that he's still got his short shorts on. But there's one memory that's really nice for me. So Billy picked me up one time. I can't remember where we were going. It was probably the pub. But he said, "I'll just go and get my dad." My dad, who's just literally got back from Iraq from being there for like 6 months. And I was like, "Oh, all right. You sure you want me to go?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fine." So we went out to Benson, picked up his dad, who had obviously been on tour with the RAF, and I was sat in the back like, "I'm just picking up your dad who's been to war for 6 months." I'm like, I felt like I was invading this moment, and honestly, it's a lasting memory I've got. But I was sat where my car is parked, just in front of us, literally just there. And Big Roy got out of the car, he had his Bergen on, he had his helmet that he had, and he was walking up the path, and Debbie opened the door. In my head, it's going, "Take my breath away." I was like, I'm invading this hugely emotional moment, but honestly, I'll have that one forever, watching Big Roy walk up his path after being in Iraq.
Speaking of being in the wrong place at definitely the wrong time, I remember waking up on Christmas morning in Bill's bed. Roy came in and I'm just getting out with my boxers on. Right, morning Roy, like we've been on the beach the night before.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. I'm in your house in my pants.
But genuinely, like Debbie and Roy and Ashley as well, like the nicest people ever, and we spent so many good times in there. And when Billy moved to New Zealand, we had this big sort of party to sort of celebrate him moving away, and sort of like it was really, really sad and emotional. Apart from the time where we walked up, there's a hill sort of over that way, and we decided to walk up. We got some amazing pictures, and we took Debbie's slippers that she'd been collecting from various spas, so we all walked through Lady Grove in these little slippers.
Thanks.
Cheers, Debbie. But no, genuinely, hopefully, Bill, you can get some nice memories from seeing your house. It's still in. So there's a barber's there called Gareth Clark that you might just have seen. Billy's portrait is still on the wall. I think we haven't got time for it now, but I think Billy should tell the story of how Gareth Clark lured him into a model shoot. And I only found this out quite recently, but it's a very interesting story, isn't it, Bill? Isn't it, Bill?
I'm pretty sure it's classified as grooming.
What? Hello. This is our school where we came to secondary school, St Brian's Boys' School. It's a bit odd because Didcot's got basically single-sex entry, so there's a girls' school as well that's a little bit around the corner. There's a few stories we wanted to say about Billy at school, because I think Billy presents himself as this kid that didn't really care about school, that he was a bit laid back and like all the teachers...
Too cool for school.
Too cool for school. All the teachers hated him and he was a real rebel. Not at all. Billy was a swat. He was in top sets for everything. He's a nerd. Top set and everything. He might not have, this sort of proves it. I actually became really good friends with Billy because he did 2 extra subjects with me after school. We stayed for 2, actually it was 3 nights a week after school, and we basically did extra GCSEs because we were that nerdy. The only thing I would say, and you can't see it in the shot at the minute because there are some people walking, there is a French room, Billy will be able to work it out because he'll know where we're stood, where she absolutely hated him. However, we actually think she really loved him, and she used to send him out all the time and pick on him, and he would come into the room, sit down, and she'd send him out and then go and have a chat with him. It was also our German teacher as well, who was I think secretly in love with Billy a little bit as well.
This is where Billy got his name. No one really knows why. There are various stories. I've heard Michael Bilius Woodruff is his real name.
Yeah, it is.
Also, Billy Goat's Gruff, the story rhymes with Woodruff, Gruff, Billy. No one knows. He probably just gave himself a nickname to be cool.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think he was that kid that you knew about. Oh, do you know Billy?
Yeah, I know Billy.
We know Billy.
How do you know?
Don't know. But as sort of like we progressed throughout school, particularly in years 10 and 11 and into 12 and 13, that's where we all started becoming friends. But I think it would be quite nice for Billy to see that his old school had a bit of a paint job, but it's still here, and pretty much as you'll remember it. There's the French room over there. One of them. But yeah, fond memories of school.
Nerd.
Okay, thanks for watching that, everyone. We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about Billy. We feel we've been able to have our say on his history, and he might have been a bit generous with the truth, maybe about where he's from and the kind of stuff he used to get up to when he used to live in the UK. So thanks for watching. Hopefully, Billy's enjoyed that. Maybe a bit embarrassed at times, maybe made him squirm. I mean, that was the point of it. But we were able to then have our say and be part of his big day.
I would like to say a big thank you to Gemma as well for including us, and it's really nice to know for us to know that he's out there so far away being loved, because to us he's like a brother, and it's nice to know that someone else is treating him the way that we would. We're not exactly the same way we would, that's a bit sick and wrong, but it's nice to know that someone's looking out for him. He might have painted himself as a bit of a player, a bit of a ladies' man, but that's rubbish. He's always been Mr. Commitment.
Definitely not.
And unlike his hairline, he's in it for the long term.
We really wanted to get that one in there. But anyway, we really hope you two have an amazing day and life together. We're so sorry that we can't be there, and hopefully we're going to see you sometime in the very, very near future. And we just hope that everyone has an amazing day and you're able to celebrate 2 amazing people starting their future together. See you later.
First of all, a quick introduction for those of you who we've not yet had the pleasure of meeting. Roy and Debbie, Mike's mum and dad, and now officially Gemma's in-laws. As you can well imagine, we are absolutely devastated that we cannot be with you all to share this very special day. Rest assured, our hearts are with you. As many of you are aware, Mike left the bright lights of London and moved to New Zealand very nearly 10 years ago. Now, we knew very little about this country and its people other than what we'd seen on television, where the Kiwis the people, the Kiwis the birds, and the Kiwis the fruit came from, where they talked funny and described a bed as a bid, an egg as an ig, and a letter as a litter. And this takes us quite nicely to one of our first trips to New Zealand, when Margaret had us all wondering just who Mike was dating, as she kept referring to somebody called Jimmy. It took a while for the penny to drop that Margaret was actually referring to Gemma. Now, following several visits later to NZ, we have grown very fond of your wonderful country, and now happily pack our togs, our jangles and our singlets, and cannot wait to tuck into mashed arvo on toast, accompanied of course by a flat white. Gemma, we are so pleased and proud that you've become part of our family. and equally pleased that Mike has become part of yours. Gemma, you and Mike have enormous love and respect for each other, a very relaxed and chilled relationship. You know it's special when you can fart in each other's company. Now that's special. Sonia, Dave and Margaret, extended family and friends, you have all been instrumental in making this beautiful country not only a place where Mike lives and works, but now a place that he can lovingly call home, their home. And you know just how much this means to us, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Guys, the sun is about to set here in Portugal. We're actually in one of Gemma's favourite parts of the day, so what better time than to raise a glass and toast the happy couple. Okay everybody, to Mike and Gem.
To Mike and Gem.
Good luck guys, enjoy the rest of the evening, and hopefully we'll all be together very soon. Cheers.
Hey, Woody Perry here, just wishing you the best of luck and hoping for a great day on Friday for your upcoming wedding. Gutted I couldn't be there. Would have loved to have been there to celebrate with you guys. Unfortunately, like a lot of other people, I won't be attending in person, but we're sending a lot of love to you and Gem. You guys are an awesome couple. I remember when you first came to New Zealand, you were a bit of a miserable pom, if I'm being honest. But no, since you met Gem, I can tell you she's changed a lot of things and made you a lot better person, a lot happier person for it. So just stoked that you guys found each other, and I'm sure it's going to be a great day, and I'll be having a couple of beers to celebrate on Friday, and I'll be there in spirit and sending all mine and Maria's love to you guys, and yeah, make it a good one. Thank you. See ya.
Hello there, Billy and Gemma. Sadly, as you know, we can't be with you today to celebrate your special day and to congratulate in person. I think we can blame it on a combination of COVID and unplanned pregnancies. It would have been amazing to be there with you both, and it'd be great to reminisce about the good old glory days, drinking in the shed and going to watch the Irish. So all there is to say is, Billy, you're an absolute legend. I love you. And Gemma, you're a very, very, very brave lady. I wish you both all the best. Not that you'll need it. And as is our wedding tradition, I salute you with a glass of Mandarin Napoleon. So here's to Billy and Gemma. Lovely. Enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's going to be wonderful. Look forward to seeing you both really soon. I love you guys. Bye.
Hey Mike and Gemma. I hope you guys are having the most amazing day today, and I congratulate you guys from the bottom of my heart and wish you the most perfect life together. I mean, absolutely no doubt in my mind that when it's possible to, we will celebrate and make up for some lost time. But in the meantime, have the most perfect day and have a drink on me. Lots of love, and we'll see you soon.
G'day Woody and Jim. Just wanted to say congratulations all the way from the bogan and very hot West Australia, Perth. First of all, sorry we can't be there. Average situation all around. But I bet you guys are having an awesome day. Gem, I bet you look amazing. Mike, you've always been a stallion. I bet you look classy as always. So congrats guys, love you heaps. But just remember who was the first person to told you guys to get together. Hey, have a good day guys, miss you heaps, and look forward to seeing you hopefully in a few months' time. Peace.
Hi Uncle Mike and Auntie Gemma. Have a good time getting married. Love you lots.
Kia ora Mike, kia ora Gemma. I just want to say a massive congrats here from Hong Kong. I am currently in my shoebox apartment while it's raining outside, so I definitely would rather be celebrating with you guys. I know it's been a long time coming for this special day, and I hope you're both so proud of what you've achieved. You are both incredible, and I hope today is everything that you've wished for, And if it's not, then I suggest you drink some more. So on that note, congrats again and cheers. See ya.
Hey Bells, hey Gemma. We're wishing you a great wedding day, and sorry we can't be there, but we're wishing you all the best and have a great day.
Hello Billy and Gemma. Hope you have a lovely day. Well done. Happy wedding day.
See you soon.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Hi guys! Greetings from London. It's freaking cold. We wish we were there today. Oh, I bet it's been absolutely beautiful. Jem, can't wait to see your dress. I bet you look stunning, and Mike, I'm sure you're looking dapper.
Yes, and can't wait to celebrate in Portugal, hopefully soon.
Fingers crossed guys, we'll see you soon, and cheers, congratulations, we love you.
Happy wedding!
Hi Mike and Jem. Very sorry and disappointed not to be with you both on this great day. At least the NHS has kept me alive just in case we could travel. You will now have to join the escape team to leave New Zealand. And we must look at an invasion plan here in UK. Congratulations, lots of love. I trust you will be getting your finger out now, Mike. It's a good job you have with you now a very smart Kiwi. Hope Dave and Sonia are still in charge. Regards, Grandpop. See you soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Damien and I am Gemma's big brother and I'm happily married. Really. I wanted to take a minute to tell Mike how special being married is. Marriage is the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'm lucky to have such an amazing wife, and I'm sure you'll feel the same after being married for 10 years. No one's going to believe this. I know a lot of people make jokes about being married and how it's like being in jail. This is a lie. Others say things like, you'll never get an opportunity to be right anymore, or she spends too much money, she has too many clothes, or she takes up too much room in the bed. These are all lies. I can't keep fucking reading this, like, no one's gonna believe me. All jokes aside, Jem and Mike, I'm so happy this day has finally come for you both. It kills me that we aren't there for you on your special day. Gemma, you truly are an excellent little sister. You've always had my back, and you're a great auntie to Jackson and Boston. You and Mike have had a hard go these past 2 years. Seeing you both adapt and grow from these challenges is a testament to you both, and know you both have a bright future together. As you set out on your next chapter together, I wish you all the best, and I look forward to meeting your crotch goblins soon. Mike, as cheesy as it may sound, you really are the best brother-in-law I could ask for. It hurts me that we don't live closer, so we can spend more time together. And I promise, when I come back, I'll take you out for a bachelor party. On behalf of Mum, Dad, and myself, I'd like to officially welcome you to our family. The last thing that was said to Kelly and I at our wedding was go forth and multiply. And I now pass this torch on to you. So from myself, Kelly, Jackson, and Boston, we love you all so much, and we can't wait to see you soon. Congratulations, guys.